So you're pitching a VC and they ask, how much do you want to raise at your next round? Let's find out the answer to this now.
Ask Alex. Ask Alex. Because you don't know what you don't know. And if you don't know, now you know.
Yeah.
What do they mean? Now, let's face it, if you're getting to the point that investors are asking questions like this, it's more out of a genuine interest than being out of a sneaky nature. You won't get asked this if the investor isn't making like a little cog and wheel in their head sticking over. It's a consideration, not a selling point. But don't wimp out, it's yours to lose now. You can, of course, turn around and reply, well, how much do you think we should be raising? I mean, I think that's fair game to put investors in the back foot if that's your personality and you can pull it off. Only do that if you sense a little weakness, right? And if you're cocky, I wouldn't recommend doing it at all. Just putting it out there, right? The investors are basically your bosses. So your answer informs them as to the scale of business you want to build and whether they are able to participate in the next round. It's also insightful as to how aggressive you are, and investors like aggressive. Investors are asking questions to reconcile a question that pertains to themselves, not always out of your beneficial interest. So when you get asked a question, pause. Why are they asking that question? What do they want and what do they need to hear? This is in your head, don't say it out loud. So do not think about yourself, think it from the perspective of them. Now there's 3 ways you could play this. So 1, the monster play. We are shooting for the moon. We have our shit together and want to go as fast as we know how to spend it. You probably don't if you haven't done it before though. Let's just be real. Sometimes it's kind of hard to spend money. I, however, know how to spend money. Now, this appeals a lot to people who are running the go big or go home playbook, whereby they're basically going to be multi-billionaires or they're going to be broke. So just be careful about that. Many US-based VCs will like it, though. Second, the profitable play. We don't need to raise big money. We believe we can build a nice, profitable business and grow with cash. This will suit some investors, but not all. Now, particularly more traditional, maybe Chinese, maybe Asian investors, particularly in Africa, where you're probably not going to be able to raise again, that's probably a smarter play. But that's not really going to pull in the valley. And then you have the middle of the road. You will raise reasonable money if there are fair terms, but otherwise you want to build a reasonable business, which might not be a rocket ship. This may not really appeal to anyone though, but it is probably the reality for most. So what do you need to say? We like to take things one day at a time. Clearly this Series A is a large milestone for us, and we have a lot of work to get down to for us to scale up as we have planned, in quite a lot of detail actually. We've set our milestones out for the next round, and our target is to be at about 12 million ARR. Assuming we hit that, we should be quite reasonable for us to raise about 30 million, assuming that the investment environment doesn't change, of course, right? But I think we're in a good part of the cycle, so we should be fine. Thinking about it, this is quite similar to the raises we've seen our competitors raise at the same stage of business. So long as we're hitting our milestones, I think that's pretty reasonable. Okay, there you go, guys. I hope it was really useful. If you're stuck, head over to alexanderjarvis.com. There's a ton of resources which will help you out. And if you want to book calls with me, you can also do that there. Peace.